Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, because you end up in these scenarios where most of the people around you, A, are not Jewish, but B, certainly don't know what Yiddish is. So it is a little bit bizarre, but I think that a lot of people ended up taking a lot of interest in it. It just is, by its nature, a different kind of project. I mean, people in general, this is not Los Angeles where people are skeptical every time someone wants to shoot, and it's like, okay, how much are you going to pay me to be in this location? Here, it's a lot more like, oh, this is really interesting. You have a film project. Let's hear a little bit about it. And then, explaining some of the cultural background. Oh, that's very interesting. So that was neat, especially when we were in various French-Canadian places, because it's always an interesting conversation. Conversations that normally are not had. In general, I mean, Jamie and I don't have French-Canadian friends for the most part, so we don't have these conversations. So it was fun to be able to use the premise of the shoot to actually have this form of interaction. And in general, the vibe that we got was very, very positive. So it's interesting. It's interesting to come into a place and speak a language that no one's heard, often very loudly, and it gets people to turn a lot of heads. But I don't know. It's been a very positive experience bringing the sounds of that language into these different places.
We had a French-Canadian director of photography for our last episode. And we're walking down Sherbrooke Street West in front of sort of certain iconic Montreal landmarks, the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts. And we're having this whole conversation which goes between Yiddish and English. And we gave him the script so he could read it, obviously, in English. But there was something, and this has happened in other episodes we've done too, that made us kind of giddy, I think, about we're performing it in Yiddish. We know that they're listening to it and don't understand what we're saying, but they've read it, so they get the gist of it. Can they really follow along with exactly which line we're on, and if we sort of throw in little, improv-y type of things? But pretty much across the board, everyone gets into it as it sounds funny and it looks engaging, and then if they cross-reference with what they know the script says, they become invested in it. And I think pretty much across the board, they've all realized that this is good for Anglophones and Francophones to work together, Jews and non-Jews to work together, and we can all, have a good laugh, hopefully, at all the same things, namely this guy.
Yeah.